Greetings, mortals. It is I, Remortis. Today, we'll be playing Total War Warhammer 3, Immortal Empires, patch 3.0, also known as the Chaos Force patch. But enough about those little short freaks. Total War is a grand strategy game that is essentially a giant interactive board game, so to speak, where you manage cities and settlements by choosing what buildings are built there in the limited build slots available, so that you can field various armies which you can move around the board, or world, to clash with other armies and cities to initiate tactical, real-time strategy battles. These battles can be fought automatically, though it's usually better to fight them yourself. Although, combat isn't the only option, if you wanted to go a more diplomatic route. In this game, however, we'll be within the Warhammer world, which is a really gritty high fantasy setting with humans, dwarves, elves, orcs, demons, undead, magic, gunpowder. You get the idea. And today, specifically, we'll be playing the Vampire Counts, which are one of the main undead factions within this world. Playing as none other than Vlad and Isabella von Carstein, a vampire power couple from Sylvania. Begin our conquest, commanding legions of undead troops and spooky beasts to conquer this immortal world. I hope you enjoy. So, as mentioned, here we are, playing Vlad. He has some pretty decent faction effects. Most notably, he gives your armies a better campaign movement range, which will help you catch that sneaky AI. But mostly I want him because of his positioning and how central it is in the map, as opposed to Heinrich Kemmler, who's off in the west dealing with Bretonnia. I don't feel like being stuck out there, although I do intend to recruit him at some point. And Vlad, or not Vlad, Manfred, while this is really fun down in the south, it's a really long trek to get back up to Sylvania, which is unfortunately you can't get really good effects from your books, but at least you're close to your allies over there in the Tomb Kings and the Vampire Coast. And then we have Gorse out in the middle of nowhere east, so there's that. And right here you can pause if you want to get a little backstory from Vlad. Otherwise, there's many other sources you can find. And while the other faction lords, they have some arguably better faction effects in some cases, I generally like to pick one faction leader and try to confederate and capture the rest of the others. So I think Vlad and Isabella are the way to go. So, without further ado, let's get right into it.
The world will drown in blood.
Indeed, they shall.
I thirst.
Alright, first things first, let's check our vampire hero here. Vlad will always start with a vampire hero as well as his wife Isabella, and the vampire hero usually has a random trait. This one is Ambusher, which will make us a little bit easier to ambush the AI. But without further ado, let's just get straight into the first fight. We'll fight this one manually, and we'll just cut to the good stuff for this one. It's a really easy fight. So I began the fight by isolating their wolves over here with my cavalry and my bats and Vargeist, which are these giant gargoyle type things, and we just straight up obliterate them, as you can see in this charge. Go ahead and pan over to our Black Coach as he's just murdering zombies happily. We'll go back to our knights and such as we go for another rear charge. This time we'll hit the Grave Guard, which is our elite infantry. They have the same thing as us, they're both undead. Rather, we're fighting another vampire faction within our territory, which we need to rid of so we can secure it. So it's kind of hard to tell who's who. We're a more brighter red than them. Just a couple more cycle charges, and that's pretty much all she wrote. Just probably speed it up from here. I should mention this is on legendary difficulty with very hard battle settings as well. So legendary meaning we can't manually save, and we have to live with whatever actions we do or happen to us. And then the very hard difficulty gives the AI some slight advantages. Alright, and there's victory. We'll move on now to the settlement, which is right afterwards. We'll be manually fighting this one as well. That last fight, I just kind of showed the clips from the replay. This one, I will just play it out a little bit, so that way you guys can tell me which you prefer. Like the edited version of that one, although I'm still trying to get better, how do you say, work the cinematic cameras and such for the replay. That was my intention with the last one, but didn't really work out as I wanted. So we'll just play this one normally, I suppose. I'll probably speed it up in certain points. Anyhow, so our army is comprised of 3 Grave Guard, which is those red soldiers on the left side. Those are our heavy infantry, which will take a good beating. They do decent amount of damage. Then we got some skeleton spearmen and swordsmen. Those are kind of like cannon fodder, more or less. They're just there to hold the lines, while my lords, Vlad and Isabella, and then my little vampire hero, they do all the heavy lifting, as well as our blood knights. They're really powerful. Really good at cycle charging and killing monster units. They don't really have any monster units yet, even though those wolves are technically monsters. They're still classified as infantry, more or less, but nonetheless they'll still get crumbled after a few charges from the cavalry. So first we're going to send our air force over there, just to hover above the wolves. That way they can charge in the same time as our blood knights do, and then I'm just making sure the infantry just go up there to clash along their lines as well. Alright, so here we are, we're prepping for the charge. Looks like the wolves are taking the bait. We're just gonna hit them from all sides. Never get tired of watching nice cavalry charge. Although the wolves aren't as satisfying as getting infantry with that. Alright, just get these slowpokes over here. Just sending direct orders. Nothing too fancy here. They have all just basic troops. We have about similar troops, except they don't have any grave guard this time around like that first army did. And then for the rest of this fight, I'm just going to be going around and making sure their infantry is engaged with our infantry, and we'll hit them from behind with our cavalry and whatnot. Little hammer and anvil tactics. I'll just go ahead and just speed this up with double time for you. Alright, looks like they're starting to crumble, so the battle's just about over. Try to heal up as much as we can before the fight stops. Alright. Pretty easy fight. Barely lost anything. Just wanted to make sure we fought it out, because I didn't want the auto-resolve to screw me over just yet. Sometimes I won't be bothered to fight a battle manually, or sometimes I want the massive casualties, so I will let the AI auto-fight the battle for us, which I'll probably do in the next one. Just abuse one of the mechanics from the vampire accounts is after really large battles, there could be giant corpse piles created from all the casualties, which we can then use to raise dead and create new troops. Which is why I won't be really building too much military infrastructure. So I think these beginning buildings will just focus on money and getting rid of all the other buildings that are not money. Alright. So here is our hero page. We will be able to level up and allocate points into these tech trees. The very bottom tree is for campaign related stuff. The second to top is usually a unique line. Below that is for just combat abilities. Below that is usually magic, and then underneath that will be for troops. For Vlad, we're just going to be focusing on some of the campaign stuff at first, just because I want to try to get as much experience as possible to unlock his unique abilities. Because for this playthrough, we're not necessarily going to be trying to conquer the Empire, we're going to try to manipulate them and vassalize them. Alright, and here's our tech tree. Every turn we'll be advancing progress towards any of these technologies. This first section, the Book of Archon, is generally focused towards troops such as skeletons, zombies, and the Grave Guard as well. We'll get those eventually because there are some nice upgrades. Notably making it so that your skeletons never have vigor reduction, or so they don't ever get tired, which is always nice. The Necronomica is mostly towards some of the creepier undead we get and ghosts, so like the gas, ghouls, the wraiths and such. Some pretty cool effects, notably the shield ability. And then the bestiary tree is mostly about your more bestiary or beastly units, like the wolves, bats, and such like that. But like I said, we're going to be trying for a manipulation playthrough this time around, so we're going to focus on this Lamian Book of Blood, which is mostly about diplomacy and money making. And we're going to focus on trying to get that plus all faction technology. Look at the diplomacy real quick, see if there's anything. Probably give some money to Sterland and Averland just so to make sure that they don't declare war on us too early. Hopefully keep them a little happier. By the time that Vlad hits 12, they won't have declared war on us, and then by then we get an ability that makes the Empire factions really like us, which we'll use to begin our vassalization. Alright, so next turn we'll go ahead and hit Waldenhof, and probably going to use an auto-resolve there, because see if we can't cheat out some easy corpse piles, so that we later in the game we can get some easier undead units as we start to head north, because after we're done wiping out Tempelhof, we're going to try to go help Ostermark and fight off the evil wood elves, so to speak. I forget what the fact they're actually called, but oh, that's it, the Wargrove of Woe, which is Drika and some corrupted treekin, which are kind of a pain in the butt to deal with, but I like to try to get them out of the way early. And it also makes it so we can vassalize Ostermark pretty easily by returning their lands, because I don't feel like maintaining that land up there. Alright, so here we are. We're going to encircle real quick, see if we can't recruit a few more troops. Waiting on the Graveguard. I kind of don't want to pay for it just yet. I might recruit them after the battle. Let's do quick level ups, get spells up. Probably gonna do the same thing on Isabella as well. Have those two focus on spells, and then Vlad focus on campaign abilities. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna auto-resolve and try to get a nice chunky corpse pile. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got something. What do we get? Oh, we got some armor. Not terrible. We'll see how it looks next turn. We'll get rid of the tree and start building all the money buildings just to get more income. Same thing here. We'll probably wait until this hits tier 2, and then we'll build their unique unit, or unique building to make those special vampires. Well, I guess they're not really special, they're just a little cheaper. Which I generally will use those to explore potential allies. Alright, we'll go ahead and increase Vlad's campaign and character experience, and same thing with her. We'll do magic again, just keep getting those new spells if we ever decide to use them. It'd be nice to have. Same with Isabella, since she's basically a lord, just disguised as a hero, so her magic's a little more potent than other heroes. Alright, yeah, that looks good. As you see here, we're going to try to go for this mortal levies, which will help us increase our relations with the Empire, which will also assist us in vassalizing them. While it is probably better to just conquer everything sometimes, just, you know, vassalizing, I don't know. I'm a big fan of it, but it is a little janky in Total Warhammer 3 because the AI doesn't know how to respond to them properly. So we'll just go ahead and end our turn here for now. Alright, before we head our way to Tempelhof, let's go ahead and check that corpse pile. See if there's anything interesting that might assist us in this fight. Nope, not really. Might just get another skeleton.
Drown in blood.
Maybe more. We'll see. Alright, let's head on over to Templehof.
What?
I'd rather avoid fighting it in
Sleep
person.
is for the living.
Excuse me. Just because it is kind of a slog in these early games, even though I should be slated to win it. Unfortunately, it'll make me lose my best units, and I don't want to risk losing them, because another mechanic that Vampire Counts have is, even though a unit dies in the fight, after the fight, there's a chance that it'll be resurrected. So it looks like we're going to have to fight this one manually. For your guys' sake, I'm going to speed it up, since settlement fights are a bit of a slog. Yeah, nothing else I could really do to manipulate the auto-resolve bars, so yeah, here we go.
Vlad von Carstein. Hungry for blood. Join me. No one can stop you.
Danke. It is done. Blood frenzy. Swiftly. I ascend. At once. I will do this. Excellent. Danke. Swiftly. At once. Swiftly. To war. At once. Swiftly. His lady.
Give it death.
At once. Swiftly.
I am busy. Reinforce.
Isabella von Carstein.
Bloodlight. Defend. Bow before me. Enter. Attack.
We are the new order. At once.
Quickly!
Yes, good.
This world is mine! Bleed them! Light the storm! They shall bleed! Farewell! Rebel fool! Kneel before your master! Extinguish life! To battle! With haste! All life must end! Vlad von Carstein! Darkness reigns! What do you want? Vlad von Carstein!
But Vlad!
Fight the beast!
Yes, I am pleased.
Master of the undead!
Alright, now that that's over, let's see if we manage to retain any of the buildings here. And of course, we did not. Alright, well, we'll get rid of that. Get the money.
I thirst.
Okay.
Blood of the dead.
Getting closer. Alright, let's pick up that pendulum. It's a pretty cool spell. Might probably use it during the quest battle that's coming up. Alright, I think that's everything, so we'll end our turn and finish off Tempelhof in the next move. Hopefully our neighbors do not go ahead and declare war on us. Especially on the legendary difficulty, the AI is completely against the player, and it takes like pulling teeth out of them to do things that are diplomatically in their favor, or at least make them like you. Sometimes, especially with the dwarves, they just, the fact that you exist.
Quest has been
I'm
issued,
gonna get rid of
mighty
you.
lord. A great
Alright,
adventure
yep, so there's
beckons.
the quest battle.
Be wary,
We'll go ahead and knock
for
that out
while the
after we finish
potential
off
rewards are great,
Tempelhof
so
here.
too are the perils.
Shed their blood.
Just do a quick auto resolve. Easy day.
All shall know me and tremble.
Looks like we got a few levels up to take care of. Getting closer to getting the good spells. Oh yeah, I guess let's go ahead and upgrade our bloodline here. We'll get the Lamians so we can get that towards that diplomacy one. Alright, and we'll build that vampire building and some more growth, I guess. Actually, we'll hold off on the vampire building because looks like we can upgrade our other settlements, so let's go do that first. We don't have enough money to do all that just yet. Let's not too worry, we'll get all the money coming in really soon. Just go ahead and build the gibbet, or the gibbet, however you want to pronounce it. Potato, potato. Get the commandment, and our turn. Oh, nope, wait for that. I forgot. Just check our diplomacy, see if we got any deals. Doesn't look like it.
You it
All
I
right.
hunt.
I think we're looking good here.
Vlad von Carstein.
Let's just double check with Sterling how they feel about us. A
Do
little
not
bit
waste
of
my
money.
time with
Maybe we can
petty
send
talk.
it to their way.
Make your offer and be done.
We'll get a lot of money off that quest battle to make up
My
for
hand hovers
this
close
investment,
to my blade.
I guess you
Utter
could
your
call it.
demand before I raise it.
Oh yeah,
Very
might as well
well.
make some money by declaring war on people that we're never going to see.
On it.
Maybe we should do the same for
Sigmar's
the
whip,
Empire.
King
Thinking about
of
consolidating these
darkness.
skeletons next turn. Right, we're using the defeated legendary lord mod, so if certain factions, well, I guess all factions of your
Bow before
race die, you have the option to recruit their legendary lord. There are some custom legendary lords that I have enabled due to mixes, but I don't think it really affects the vampire counts. Oh wait, there's one, but I forget the name of their faction. You don't usually die off pretty early anyways. Alright. Yeah, we're looking good.
Power of light.
Alrighty, with both sides of Sylvania under our control, we will probably wrap it up here and begin the next episode with the quest battle. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed this first episode. Let me know what you guys think of the editing, of how I'm doing the battles and such. You guys want me to just play it out? Do you guys like it sped up? Or maybe I can do a different editing technique. If you guys have any questions or comments or critiques, by all means, put it down below in the comment section, and like and subscribe and all that jazz. Hopefully see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.